I am loving this. I'm in this tiny little hotel room. It's nothing special. It's nice. It's nothing special though. But it is like the best work environment right now. I'm just fully isolated, working on things that I'm really excited about. Downstairs, I've got my coffee shop I now go to once or twice a day. I've got my ramen spot. I've got this view here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it just feels like this is the entrepreneurial life I dreamed of as a kid. Like, if I had at 13 to 20 years old imagined what my dream was, it was to be working on a computer from anywhere. Well, anywhere is here. And it would be to work on something that I'm really freaking passionate about. Okay, that's check. And I think those were my only really two important things, and they're both here. In the last video, I was talking about how my first day in Hong Kong, I had one of those really tough entrepreneurial moments where I was just hitting a wall, exhaustion. Well, 2 days later, I've slept 8 hours every single one of those nights, and I feel unstoppable. I swear to you, a good night's sleep is more important than anything else. When you start getting drained, it's just like, you're so easy to push over. You're so much more willing to walk away. Sleep is everything, but with a good amount of sleep and a little self-belief, you feel on top of the world. And I'm fired up today. So we went to get my visa, and for reasons which they wouldn't tell me, 2 different agents looked at my passport, looked through all the stamps, and they were like, you cannot come in, you have to go to Hong Kong.
This is the car ride to the vendor. A lot of the factories these days are located an hour or 2 hours driving from Shenzhen. So we just got to the vendor. So this is a couple hours drive outside of Shenzhen. So we're gonna head on in and check it out. Now it's the fun stuff. So we're sad Christian couldn't be here, but we brought a picture of him.
Yep.
So, sort of like he's here.
Hey Christian.
How's it going?
Hey.
So this is really fun. So you actually are going to show the machine molding. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
So it comes out, he's checking the quality of the part, discards it, that's interesting. This has a defect where the mold didn't fill all the way. So you can see there's like where air pockets or something in there. All right, so we're gonna describe molding start to finish. It's very exciting. We're like in the factory right now with the molding machine.
Yeah.
Injection molding is really exciting because it is the manufacturing process that's produced everything made out of plastic. So think about how many plastic things there are in your life, for good or for bad. They all come from molding machines like this one. We'll show you how it works. So your plastic products start their life right here. These are like little plastic pellets. The plastic pellets are in a hopper and they fall down into the machine. Inside of here there's a screw. That screw twists with a lot of force. And the twisting of the screw pushes those plastic pellets forward. We get to this section of the machine, there's a lot of warnings here because it's very hot. The plastic pellets get heated up so hot, they melt. And this turns into like a giant hot glue gun. You imagine like the most enormous hot glue gun ever. That's what this is. That hot glue gun goes through the injector, and that injector comes to a tip. That tip goes into these 2 mold halves, and they squeeze together with a ton, literally tons, like metric tons of force. They squeeze together, hold together very, very tightly. That screw spins, forces the plastic through the nozzle into those mold halves, fills the empty space with plastic, and then you have to sit there and you have to let it cool. Because like hot glue, it comes out wet. When it's hot, it's wet. You have to leave those halves together and let it cool. And that plastic cools inside of the mold. So those 2 halves of the mold pull apart. You now have your plastic thing. And an ejector pin shoots the part out. That part gets ejected. The operators then take it out by hand, inspect it. We've got one guy here inspecting the parts to make sure they're good quality. So anything plastic you've ever seen comes from a machine like this one. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the injection molding facility.
It is so hot in here. Oh my god.
It's really hot in here. It's like
sweaty,
super sweaty.
These are different plastic types.
Yeah, what's this? This is a need that in my hands.
Oh, is it bad for you?
Don't want to find out.
Okay. Okay.
But this one I'll try out. Yeah, so you know how I was talking earlier about those plastic pellets?
Yep.
This is what anything plastic you have in your life starts its life as a little plastic pellet like this.
Yep.
And these little pellets wind up in those hoppers and going through those molding machines to become products. So I'm actually like super in love with this room right now because behind me there's all of this raw material. We're seeing stock, inventory, polycarbonate, TPU, ABS. 2 thumbs up for me. Notice as I move around, the phone follows me. And he's not touching the phone.
Auto framing.
Auto framing. Fire your cameraman. Sorry, Nick. If we do decide to take this into mass production before the end of our 90 days, we weren't insane yet. This would definitely be the best selfie screen.
Yeah.
It would be custom.
Yeah.
It would be launched with us and it would match the snap kit.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Very fun.
Nice.
Nice meeting you too. So we're on our way back to Shenzhen now. Expected to get back around 7:30 p.m. We're leaving around 5:15 p.m.
Yep.
We'll see. These look nice. I actually kind of like the little machining marks. They're sort of cute. Toys, toys, toys.
Toys.
No!
It doesn't fit?
They f***ed up this part. This part wasn't finished correctly.
Huh.
Yeah, they just drilled a hole, but they didn't finish it, and the hole is the wrong size. All right, well, let me just fix the other one then.
Okay.
And ideally, I can fix it functional, and then you can just keep it. This is like one of my favorite TIC moments. This is China.
Okay.
It's 9 p.m. on a Friday. My vendor sent me a part that was a little bit messed up. I messaged him showing him how it's messed up.
Yeah.
Off of like 2 messages. I'm like, oh, hole's too small. He checks the CAD, figures out what they screwed up, verifies that I was right, and now he's like, we'll make it again. Send me your address now so I can ship it out tonight.
That's crazy.
It's 9 p.m. on a fucking Friday, dude.
Yeah.
Find me anywhere else that you can get that done. So I have an update. It is the 10th day in Hong Kong or something like that. I was supposed to be here for like 4 days. But then I extended because I kept trying to get the visa to enter mainland. And I got rejected, and then last night I got rejected again. I don't know what's going on. Clearly I'm gonna have to reach out to another level up to try to figure that out, but it's left me with no time left here. It's obviously not the outcome I hoped for in terms of I wanted to see the factory floor, that, you know, ability to go see what these guys got to see the other day. But the most important thing was not actually getting to mainland, it was being here in this living room, spending time together, working through all the things that are left to work through. And for that, I'd say mission accomplished.
Hell yeah. Woo!
People are gonna be so confused. They're like, what is this, like chicken leg?
Oh.
We've pivoted.
Always look at the competitors.
The chicken foot.
We must be better than the competition.
That's right. Know your foe. I just made that up. That was pretty good. Know your foe. Is that a thing?
Is
Know your phone?
Know your phone. I like that.
Here's a prototype.
That's where I went. Oh.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, just an updated design.
Yep.
Nice and smooth.
It's the smoothest one we've had.
Very smooth, very strong.
Yeah.
Very easy to adjust. Very tiny.
That's
Very
that's a
tiny.
win. Yeah. Super thin.
So like this is one that a lot of folks have been sending us from. You'll find it on like Taobao, Alibaba, maybe. And it folds up quite small. It's a cool little product, but you put these two next to each other and like
Yeah.
the
night
difference
and day
could not be
difference.
more clear. Like
It's
this
like
is
3 times thicker.
just not pocketable, whereas this lives on your phone all day and comes out. And the coolest part is you've got your full tripod right there,
It's amazing.
right in your pocket.
We're getting there. Every day a little closer.
Easy to flip to the side to watch your show.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing right now is getting our LCD screen bits engineered up. So these will get put into a little enclosure and snap right on the back there. So you kind of have everything
Yeah.
all in one.
I think it's a good time to ask people, like, you can comment this on the video. We want to know colors. What do you think would be a color you would want to see on your phone stand that lives on the back of your phone? If you were to buy today, what would be your go-to color?
I always love bright colors personally.
Yeah.
I wear a lot of flowered shirts.
We'll do a flower pattern.
I'm a big fan of prints, so I'd probably buy purple.
Yeah.
If it was being offered.
Ooh.
But I think a gold or a brass could look really good.
Brass would be super nice.
Our first prototype it was actually partially made out of brass, and people saw that and were like so into it.
Yeah.
As was I.
How about you, Nick? What's going on, man?
I am working on ideating on the website right now to increase our conversion numbers from people hitting it to people actually doing the reserve numbers.
Can you show me what you just did? Because we went from a V1 site to a V2 site, and I mean, today we were like praising you. It's like literally insane upgrade.
Let me show you.
And I don't want to discredit what you did, but I think what you just showed me is something everyone should know about right now.
Yeah,
it blew my mind. You basically, just like ChatGPT, you fed it a prompt, and then it gave you a landing page.
Yes.
And this was
better than we had.
This is better than what we had before. Like I have literally seen Snapchat or like top social media platforms have things that look almost identical. Even Shopify's landing page right now, very similar.
Yeah, so I ended up making a V, let's call it 1.5, where we combined all those color elements of what we already had. And then Christian showed me the Shopify site. He was like, go to shopify.com and go to creators.
Oh, that made it into the inspiration?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this is what, the button design here and the way these corners here, I was like, wait, that's sick. I love the boldness of the black.
Yeah.
So that's what I felt like this design was missing. So the full combination of those two now, if you actually go to well, this is the new landing page. If you go to refresh this guy, you'll see that this is a combination of an AI generated color scheme that uses our product and came out with something, and Christian's idea of like coming up with
stealing parts of
Shopify.
That was my idea.
Exactly.
I'm proud of that one.
And look at this. It looks super clean. Like, I love what we did with this now. So
sick.
Yeah, I'm still working on iterating on this more, because I think right now we have about a 1% conversion between like people hitting the landing page into getting a reservation. I think we could bump that.
How many reservations do we have?
15 right now.
Okay.
Not a crazy amount, but you know, we haven't run that many ads yet. Only $200 or $300 worth. I think if we start getting to a bigger conversion number and they start doing more ads, we'll start seeing that number climb up. And you know what? Everyone that's reserving is like a true believer. So it's all these numbers are big. Every single reservation that we get through this system, I'm like already a huge fan of, because it means that they really believe in an early product. And every number is good.
One of the things that is really important of today's meeting is we were going through a Gantt chart. A Gantt chart is basically like a giant horizontal demonstration of your calendar. So you can see what has to happen on day 1, day 2, day 10, day 20. And what's really cool is that we just moved everyone into ClickUp. So we actually have a key milestone here, which is holding a lot of things up, including successful ads, being able to promote certain things on social media. And so the key milestone right now is basically a nearly final prototype. One of the hardest things in business is the dependencies. So it's not that everything can move linearly. Some things are kind of binded until one thing frees up. And so we're now trying to figure out when is that key date where we have a product in my hands. And at that stage, I go on to film a couple videos that we had a really cool brainstorm about on the rooftop last night through a rainstorm. And yeah, it definitely goes to show the importance of those, like putting your heads together, because Nick, you actually shared an idea that pivoted us completely.
You know how on social media these days, I love this, where people are actually really leaning into try hard. People are saying like,
be a tryhard.
Yeah, be a tryhard. It's like, don't kill the part of you that cringes, kill the...
Who are we killing? I don't remember that conversation.
Don't kill the part of you that is cringe. Kill the part that cringes.
Yes,
be cringe.
Yeah, be cringe. So like, I'm thinking about like the Timothy Chalamet speech that went out and it went viral. I loved him talking about how he really tried and he's really proud of his success, but still has a lot more to go. I want that feel. And when I talked about that, I think the three of us had this really great, like, wait, that sounds super cool.
Yeah.
And I think Christian, you turned that into like a really compelling video concept.
So yeah, that's a little way to say it's been successful. We know what we all have to do. Now we have to see when the expectations turn to realities, because there's still enough variables in place that it does make things a little stressful for the 90 days. but stress is also a good thing. It means you're pushing yourself. And if you're not pushing yourself, then what are you doing with your life? So, guys, amazing freaking week plus together. Appreciate y'all. Excited about what we're building.
Yes.
See you soon.
Super excited. Yes. See you guys soon.
See you on Zoom.
All right. Bye, Christian. Hey.
Awesome.